What's up everyone, this is Valgriz here, and today I'm going to show you how you can make animated graphics in Adobe After Effects. And right here is a montage I'm working on. By the time you're watching this tutorial, this montage already came out, but currently today is the 4th and I'm still working on it. I'm working on it for a little bit over a week, and I'm trying to add this effect to it. It's like two circles coming in, one from one side, one from the other, and they both meet at the center and create like a predator type of target effect, whatever. So for this, what you're going to need to do, just have your clips right here, and you want to create a new composition, and make sure that the width is the same as the height, and I already actually did this, I messed up before, but you just want to make sure that the width is the same as the height. So for most people, 720 by 720 should be good. And now you're going to have this right here. What you want to do is you want to create a new layer, make sure it's a solid and black. That way we can set the blending mode to be add when we go back to our original composition, and it should all work out good. So I believe this is the one I just made. Yes, I'll delete this composition. This is the one I tried the first time I started the tutorial, but I kind of messed up in the middle and I want to redo it. So composition 2, create another layer. Okay, and same deal. You could probably actually do adjustment layer for this, but just to be safe, I'm going to make another black solid, and this time change the blending mode to be add, and you then want to, I'm going to rename this so it's a little bit simpler for you guys to understand. This tutorial is advanced because I am just doing this, kind of randomly. I'm not really going to explain every single thing I do. It's for more advanced After Effects users, and it's more of just going to give you guys an idea of what to do. It's not necessarily going to give you guys all the steps, just going to show you guys how you can approach this type of effect. I've never tried this before, so I'm not really sure what to expect from it, but I have a pretty good idea of how to do it. So this one's going to be called background. Alright, like that. And this one we don't have to name yet. We're just going to create a mask on it, and in order to do that, what we're going to do is we are going to make sure we're going to hold this in, and we're going to make sure it says ellipse tool, and if we just double click that, it's going to create a circle mask. It's important you create a mask and not a shape layer. You can do this multiple ways, but in my opinion, mask is probably the easiest at this point. If you could just double click these and hold in shift and control, you should be able to just scale down the size a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit. That way when you add the stroke effect to it, it doesn't like get cut off by the square. So just hit enter, save it if you want. I'm just gonna get a drink. Alright, let's see. Now what you want to do is you want to duplicate this layer, so just hit Control D. That always confuses me because I hate how the shortcuts are different in Photoshop and After Effects. Like in Photoshop it's Control J, and I just wish they would all make them be the same. Again, make sure that these two top layers, the blending mode's set to add. Make this be the bottom one, rename it so it says big circle. Make the layer above that be a small circle. And yeah, now that we have those, we are going to then make sure we're on the small circle. We're going to double click this. Double click this again, and then again holding shift and control, and shift is going to maintain proportions and control is going to make it so it's centered around this point right here. If you don't hold in control, it's going to mess up. It's going to go like this, so you want to make sure you're holding control. So then make it a little bit smaller, and you can always adjust this in the end if you don't like it. Go back to comp 2, which is what we're working with right now, and on big circle what we're going to do is we're going to go to effect, where is it, generate, and then stroke, and same thing with circle, small circle. Gonna go to effect, generate, and stroke, and now we have two circles, one smaller than the other, of course. On the large circle, let's see, we can go to, or big circle. Under effects, we'll go to stroke, change the brush size, excuse me, so it's a little bit bigger. This looks about right. I've never done this before, so I'm hoping this is good enough. I want to make this be like a, maybe like a orange or yellow color. I don't know, I'm just doing this just to see if it works, almost like a proof of concept idea. I want to see if I can do it. I'm testing myself. I believe this should look pretty good. I'll make this be like an orangey color, and the inner color be like a greenish color. So now you know what that, go to small circle and go to effects, stroke, and then make sure the color is a green color. So do that, and then make the brush size be a little bit larger, and now you have this, and it looks good. If you want to make the mask smaller, you can. I actually like the way this is looking. It looks pretty good. So, I'm gonna get something to drink. Alright, so now we want to do, I just realized that there's actually a little bit of an easier way to do this. So what we can do instead is just stay in our composition 2, and we can go click on small circle, holding control, click on big circle, and hit Control C. Go to your original composition and then hit Control V, and now you're going to paste both these circles here, and they are transparent. That's exactly what we want. So far this is working out really good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hold in Control and click on, we can actually just rename this again actually. Let me see, this is small circle, so just rename this small circle. Yeah, it's already renamed actually. I don't know what that was about, maybe a glitch or something. We can hold in Control, click on both small and big circle, and then go to transform and make sure the scale is a little bit smaller. And we want the scale to be like the size of it when it targets the person, so right about here is probably what you want it to look like, because you want it to be visible. Now we want to go to the point when we want to target it, so I'm just going to save it in case After Effects crashes, which it shouldn't, but if it does, then that would stink because I would lose all my work. Right here it's going to, let me just go into Vegas and see. A lot of this is actually already rendered in After Effects, so it's not really that much, but this is just a little bit of what this montage is made of. Yeah, so let me just play this clip and see where it would be best. I really can't play it at all because it's being laggy right now. If you guys are new editors, this might help you out a little bit if you just drag the loop region and hold in Shift and hit B. You can preview it without lag, especially if you're recording. It helps out a lot. Let me get another drink. I'm really thirsty. Okay, so I'm gonna do it on the shot right after it goes in and out. You see it right here. It goes back and forth. I'm gonna do it right after this shot. So I'm gonna go back into After Effects and then find that shot. So it's right. Let's see. Right there. So right here, I want it to target it right before I scope in. So like right here is probably the best time. And I can always fix this later, but for the tutorial, this is where I'm going to keep it. So we want to go under both, I'm actually wondering if you can do this. Holding Control again on both small circle and large circle, or big circle. And go under, let's see, transform. You could just keyframe all of these. You don't have to keyframe anchor point. And I believe it should keyframe both of these, and it does. Okay, that's perfect. The rest of this you don't have to hold in Control for, at least I don't think so. I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller, that way we can look at the keyframes. And yeah, now what we're going to do is we are going to click on big circle, and we can go any amount of keyframes to the left of that, because we can, like I said, always change it, and it actually helps if you change it. You can experiment with it and see what you like. But we are most importantly going to put the scale up a lot, and we're going to put it over here. So now when we play it, it looks like this. And that seemed to look pretty good. I'm actually going to add a little bit of a curved look to it, like that. Now it looks like this. And that actually looks pretty cool. And I'm also going to, I might mess with the opacity a little bit. Let me just change this path again as well. So right around here, we're going to change this so it's like that. And this should look pretty good. Let's see. It's going to give like a 3D effect, and it's going to look really nice. That looks nice. I like that. And yeah, so if you guys are ever wondering how I do these effects, well, this is how, and it takes me quite a long time. I mean, this is pretty simple. It's nothing too complicated, but just some simple things like this can take me like maybe 10-15 minutes, depending on, you know, what I'm actually doing. And this is the first time I've ever tried this. This is maybe the second take in this tutorial, and that's it. So I'm surprised this is going as smooth as it is. And yeah, we got that. And then same idea, we're going to go back to this keyframe. Okay, so you see right here we keyframe big circle. You want to go on small circle and do the same thing, you know, except you want to make it go over here. Put the scale up. Actually, should do that first probably. Okay, and you want to put that over here. Okay. Let's see, make that like that. Now when you play it, it looks like that, and you can again, change this however which way you want it to be, and I don't know why I just did that. Also, another helpful tip is if you click on this, do fit up to 100%. Most of the time it should be pretty good. And yeah, so now they're both flying in, they both collide, and that's the target. So I'm gonna go RAM preview this. You might have to mess with your settings a little bit, but for me, my RAM preview is 0 on the num key, so I just push that and I can preview it with sound. Although I only rendered sound for the first couple seconds of the clip, so you're not gonna be able to hear it anyway. But this is what it looks like. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Not really the way I want it to look, but it still looks fairly decent. And what I'm going to do now is just change some of these keyframes up a little bit and make it look a little bit smoother. Okay, so I changed some of the keyframes. That way the circles come together a little bit faster, and they also meet right as the gun scope's in. So it's going to look a little bit nicer, or at least depending on how you want it to look. If it's a fast song, you know, you want it to come together faster. If it's a slow song, I honestly don't really like, you know, when they come together slowly. I want them to go really fast, and I want it to look like, you know, I want it to look cool, you know. But this song isn't necessarily the fastest, so I think the speed I have it set at right now is probably optimal speed, or at least the fastest you can go for this song. And it seems like it should work pretty good. Hopefully it does. I don't really want to over-edit this, but at the same time, I want to make it look cool, you know. And usually, to be honest, I like slower montages. Faster montages, they look really, really cool. But to me, editing the slow montage is a little bit harder, and it's more challenging, and I want to try to master that. But definitely, I'm going to be doing some more faster montages. I know you guys like those. I'm definitely going to do those. This is just kind of like an experiment. All these clips are my own, and I recorded these demos in Call of Duty 4, so you know, I just did these messing around. But I'll definitely be doing some more like actual montages, and I will definitely be doing some fast ones and incorporating some nice new effects. So yeah, let me just play this again. I think it looks good, and then we'll change the opacity. So alright, so I want the opacity to actually go down. Of course, I don't want to see it right when it's like that. I want the opacity to be at 0. So just keyframe the opacity at 0. Okay, you can do that with this one as well. And just move this keyframe back one. Same thing with this. Save it. And yeah, now you should have a pretty decent looking fade. You can also let's see, keyframe 100% right here, just to give it a little more smoothness, or make it look a little more interesting. You can put the opacity down maybe 50% right here. Same thing here. And now when you play it, yeah, just 50. It doesn't really matter exactly, but yeah, now you get a little more, I guess, dynamics, or it looks a little more smooth. And you actually really don't even notice it that much. Let me put this down to 30. Yeah, that you notice a little more. And it just gives the montage an overall better feel. You're not necessarily going to notice this like in the montage, but it's going to give it a better look, and it's going to make it look more smoother. And that's generally what you want in your montage. You want it to look good, you don't want it to be choppy, and you want it to pretty much make sense. You don't want to just edit it with all the effects you know. You want to make it look nice. And this clip right here, I'm hoping I didn't over-edit. To be honest, I have like the Twitch going on, and I have these flares. I forget what these are actually called. I know it's in Magic Bullet looks. Alright, so there you go. This is a live tutorial of just me showing you how to do an effect. I have never done this before, and hopefully you guys can learn from this and do it yourself. Other things you can do with this, maybe you can of course change the color, change the shape. I'm trying to think right now. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but you can definitely do some really cool things with this effect. And you can apply twitch to these actual circles if you're doing like a fast-paced montage. If you apply twitch to the circles, it'll make them twitch, and bad distortion will make it look nice. Really just anything you can put together that'll look good. I'm interested in seeing it. If you guys would like to post anything as a video response of how you use this effect, or any other montage you want me to see, just post as a video response to this video, or you can PM it to me. But generally when people PM me videos and there's like no other text in the message, or they send it to like 15 other people, I generally don't look at the video because most people are just like, I want to try to get more views, or I want to get more subscribers, which is understandable, but in my opinion that's like a form of spam, and I don't think that's really necessary. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm really interested in seeing what you guys have, and hopefully you'll enjoy this montage when it comes out, or it probably already did. Alright, thanks for watching.